back to our YouTube channel, guys. This is our next rendition of what we plan on doing for you guys. Right now we have our island wine pack. Something that we're going to be doing in lieu of our normal tasting events. As you guys all know, we miss you very, very much. But, you know, due to the COVID situation, we want to make sure that everybody stays safe. So this is going to be our next outreach to you guys, and we hope that you guys get to take advantage of the normal wine tasting we get to do, at least in a small amount. So what we have here is we're going to be teaming up with our Oliver McCrum Wines, which is a fabulous provider which we worked with plenty of times before. Alex, of course, being our representative for Oliver McCrum, and this guy is all kinds of saucy, which is outstanding, as you guys know. A huge plethora of information. He's going to give us some great stuff on all of these island wines that we have here from Italy. I'm going to be drinking throughout this entire video, so I hope you guys enjoy. We're going to give you some cheeses to enjoy that we want you to take advantage of as well. The cheeses are going to be an additional cost to the package. It's only an extra 20 bucks, but you get a quarter pound of each cheese, which is, I'm sorry, quarter pound total, but all the cheeses itself are going to be designed to pair exactly with these wines. Everything that's fantastic and regional, so that you're tasting this to the fullest experience that you get without leaving the States. Alex, please take over.
Thank you for the introduction. My name's Alex. I work with Oliver McCrum Wines and Spirits. We are an importer of Italian wines, and this June we are celebrating the island wine producers that we work with. These are Italy, as you know, has a pretty vast wine region going up and down the country. But there are several small islands off the Italian coast that also produce fantastic wines that are perfect for the summertime. We have 4 wines today coming from 3 different producers, and I'm going to start with an old favorite of ours, the Centopassi Giato Bianco. This is coming from Sicily in the northwestern part of the island. Centopassi is a cooperative, which means there are a group of growers based in this region. They all go and farm the grapes themselves and then sell those grapes to the winery Centopassi. The most interesting thing about Centopassi, in my opinion, is that they are farming grapes on land that was confiscated by the Italian government from former mafia members. It's really economically revitalized the area, which has been historically disenfranchised by the presence of the mafia in the region, and today has really helped to bring employment to a lot of people across the area. The first wine that we have from them is their Giato Bianco. It's a blend of 2 grapes, Grillo and Catarratto. These are both indigenous to Sicily, specialties of the area, and blended together makes an extremely quaffable, perfect summertime wine. Really light, very playful, a lot of citrus and herbal notes. The perfect thing to just pop open on your porch and have on a nice summer day.
To what he is saying, he is absolutely right. Lots of citrus notes. For those of you who do follow us out regularly on our Instagram, you know that Chef does love his grapey, but not too grapey wines. This is definitely falls within that category. I have obviously progressed drastically in my descriptions. There's a lot of minerality into this that I truly enjoy. There's a lot of citrus notes, like you were mentioning before. And it is definitely something that you could drink on a hot day like today. Well, today's kind of mild, but still on a warm day that you could truly, truly enjoy. I love it. Now, what we are actually recommending, though, as a pairing here for you guys, is something that's quite lovely. And I'm going to give give Alex here a little taste.
Cheese me up.
I am going to cheese you all kinds of up. What we have here is a blend cheese. Thank you very much, sir. Enjoy. Hey everybody, so due to a availability issue, we actually have a slight change up to your cheese list here. And what you're going to be eating first is actually going to be our Sardo Fiore, which is a cheese from Italy, of course. But this one is very interesting because it's Sardinian. Very lovely. It's a semi-hard cheese made from sheep's milk that's got a nice salty flavor to it with a little hint of fruit. And it's got a long finish with a caramel-like sweetness to it. Still something that pairs impeccably with this first wine, and something that I know you guys are going to absolutely love.
So on to the next wine. Our second white in the pack is going to be our Centatiempo Ischia Bianco. This is coming from the island of Ischia, which is just off the coast of Naples. I imagine that anybody who's been to Italy may have ventured to the island of Capri, a very famous tourist destination for folks from the US. Ischia is just a few miles north of that, also in the Bay of Naples, about an hour ferry ride from the city. Centatiempo is a small producer, and they work with grapes local to the island of Ischia, some fun things that you may have never heard of before. This is going to be made with Biancolella and Forastera, which are thought to be from the island but are also grown on Capri and in the Amalfi Coast area. Centatiempo is a biodynamic winemaker, meaning they practice the principles of biodynamics. That's a whole big conversation that you should really ask your Village Vino wine folks about, because I'm sure they'd love to talk to you about it. But white wines from this region, from the islands, are typically very mineral forward. They also show a lot of great citrus flavors, and I always kind of like to describe a little kind of oyster shell note. It really reminds me of, fresh, raw, briny seafood.
And I like that. That's actually spot on, because yeah, this is delicious. A little bit of sea, a little bit of that brininess, tons of seashell, yeah. Absolutely.
Anything, in this area, there's, obviously being an island, there's a lot of seafood eaten, but I think that this is perfect with really anything from the sea. It could be raw, it could be deep fried. Just make sure that it's appropriately cold, and that you have a little bit of something to snack on with it.
That's great. And for the suggestion that we actually have, because we're not doing anything, obviously, cheese from the sea, we're going to be doing, obviously, a cheese here that's a little bit of a blend, but still fantastic. I see your smile there, and I know you love that. So next on the list is a crowd favorite, something that if you've been into the shop, you might recognize. This is our Fontal. So it is 100% cow cheese, very soft as far as the firmness to it, something that we all love. Nice and smooth, and something that I would actually recommend for you guys to use for a grilled cheese if you have a little bit of extra. Like I mentioned, this is a crowd favorite and something that we highly recommend. Now, if you do happen to find yourself a little bit of rind, it is not edible, so make sure you peel that off and enjoy the rest, guys. And in an instance with pairing on this wine itself, it's really, really outstanding. This is exactly what you want to be able to sit on your porch or in the patio with a bunch of friends and grab a bite to eat or grab a little snack and enjoy your wine at a very, very cool taste. And if it's okay with you there, saucy boy, I would love to cheese you up.
Oh, yes, cheese.
Absolutely. For you, my dear friend.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, absolutely. And because Chef can't go without having his own little taste. There you go, guys.
Our next pick today is going to be this month's Village Vino Wine Club, Explorer Club selection, the Centopassi GiatoRosso. This is coming from the same producer as the Giato Bianco that was the wine club selection in March?
Might have been February, but
February.
Yeah.
February, cool. The GiatoRosso is a blend of Nero d'Avola and Perricone. These are also two grapes indigenous to Sicily. Nero d'Avola is one of the most popular grapes grown on the island, and Perricone is grown very regionally, only in the part of Italy where Centopassi is located. Just a little bit about the producer. We talked before about how they are farming on land confiscated from the mafia. Centopassi means 100 steps. Cento means 100, passi means steps, and is named after, takes its name from a famous anti-mafia film. So tying in to the sort of anti-mafia theme that the winery has going on. They are part of a cooperative organization called Libera Terra, meaning free land. Libera Terra is composed of 9 cooperatives spread across southern Italy all farming on land that was confiscated from the mafia, all organically as well. Giato, the name of the wine, takes its name from a mountain nearby. Giato, spelled J-A-T-O. This is the name given to it by the original Greek settlers of the island back several thousand years ago. On top of the mountain there is a Greek amphitheater that was built there and is depicted on the label. It's still there today. You could go and see it if you would like to visit. I've always been a huge fan of this wine. I will sometimes describe wines as a pizza wine, meaning it's the perfect thing to open up with your pizza on a Friday night. I think that it has plenty of acidity to refresh the palate while you're drinking it. Nero d'Avola usually has sort of nice, medium, blue to purple berry notes, as well as really elegant florality that comes from the altitude. There's also a slight touch of minerality that really grounds the wine, leading to an altogether pleasant but not too complex drinking experience. So don't feel bad. Just open this up and enjoy it.
And to your point, I mean, this is, like you said, a great pizza wine. It's something that, as I'm sipping on it while we're talking here, while we're tasting here, is something that can go really, really well with something that's extra saucy, something that's a little bit cheesy and fantastic. And actually, to that point, what we have here today to pair off with that one is Pecorino cheese. So this one is, as some of you may know, Pecorino in Italian does mean sheep, if I'm not mistaken. So what we got here is a cheese that is 100% sheep cheese. As you can see, it's a harder, firmer cheese than what you might normally expect from the other two that we had. And it's something that's going to have tons of flavor, pairs exquisitely with this, and going to the point of your cheesy pizza wine, this is something that's going to pair exquisitely. And of course, as always, I'm going to make sure that my saucy boy here has something that he can enjoy first. There you go, sir.
Our fourth and final wine is going to be our Gurrieri Cerasuolo di Vittoria. This is also coming from Sicily. Cerasuolo, the Cerasuolo di Vittoria appellation is located in the southeast corner of the island. In my experience, this was maybe the hottest part of Italy that I went to on my visit. Daytime temperature reached probably 110 degrees, hot enough that you don't really want to get out of your car. Nighttime temperature about 60 degrees, so cool enough that you may need a jacket. It's crazy that that can happen in the same day. Cerasuolo is a blend of two grapes that are local to Sicily. Like the Giato, this features Nero d'Avola, and as I said, this is one of the most popular grapes in all of Sicily, grown in literally every corner of the island. Blended with the Nero d'Avola is a grape called Frappato, which is one of my favorite varietals. Frappato is semi-aromatic, meaning that it has a lot of aromas that are typically associated with white wine. When the two of those are blended together, you get this amazing combination of structure and earthiness and tannin coming from the Nero d'Avola, but also, bright, floral aromatics coming from the Frappato. The blend is 60 and 40%. This usually shows a sort of medium, I'd say blue to red fruit aroma profile. Also has a lot of minerality, a lot of earthiness to it, and I think is an excellent combination with aged cheeses as well as meats, anything from the grill. But don't feel scared to pair this with a darker fish. It can also go really well with something like a tuna.
It's absolutely amazing. What I'm hit with initially is like cherry coke, which I absolutely adore and I love, just because it's something that's familiar, especially here in the States. I could definitely see this being paired with something that's off the grill, something that's slow roasted even. Off the cuff. I would definitely recommend, if you have the time and the abilities, do this with some ribs. This would be absolutely fantastic. But because it's a bolder wine, it's something that's a little bit more structured and a little bit more available for us. What I would actually recommend here, as far as our cheeses recommend, is an Al Tartufo, which is an Italian truffle wine. So in this particular instance, what we have here is a Pecorino that has truffle veins in it. And it's something that you're getting a hint of truffle throughout the entire cheese unless you hit one of those veins. And it's something that's absolutely decadent compared to when compared to what most people are used to with a truffle. It's not something that's directly in your face, something that's going to punch you. It's nothing of that instance. It's actually something that's going to be a hint of truffle on top of that sharp Pecorino style cheese, which has all that wonderful sheep flavors to it. And of course, I'm going to make sure that Alex gets a wonderful taste of this cheese while we're enjoying our wine. So, Alex, please do enjoy.
Thank you.
As I will myself.
So thank you again for joining us. I just wanted to give you a little bit more information. If you are interested in learning any more about these wineries, our company, Oliver McCrum Wines and Spirits, is going to be hosting weekly Zoom tours with these producers here. We're going to be doing a Zoom tour with one winery every Friday. If you would like more information about this, please contact the Village Vino staff and they'll be able to connect you with those Zoom tours. They're Friday at 10 a.m. If that is too early for you and you don't feel like learning about wine then, you're welcome to tune into the Oliver McCrum Wines and Spirits website and go to our video tours page where we have all of our past video tours posted. You can learn about island wines, you can learn about Chianti, you can learn about wines from all over Italy and really get a sense of the winery, producers, and style of several different wineries that we work with. But again, thank you very much for joining us. Hope you enjoy the wines and cheeses that we've selected for you today. And with that, Jeremy, I think a little cheers for you and me. Signing off.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, and we miss you guys. We can't wait to see you in to be able to take advantage of this path. Love y'all. Come on, pretty mama.
Just record that. You know,
Right.
coming out from behind the olive tree.
Right.
It's gonna be
I'm
Let's
sorry.
start all over.